Great. Oh, it is rainy out here in St. Louis. Plus, we had really nice weather over the weekend. I'm talking on Saturday. I mean, my head literally got sunburned on Saturday because we were doing a high rock sim at First Form headquarters, and I think it was got up to 60s, maybe close to 70 on Saturday. But then today, and also Sunday, wake up on Sunday, it's in the 30s. And then today, it's still cold and it's supposed to be raining pretty much all week. And then it'll warm up right towards the end of the week. It's supposed to be almost 80 on Saturday. However, I did not hop on here to talk about the weather. I know I titled the live How to Stop Starting Over on Monday. And if you look at Monday is literally pretty much the biggest time out of the year where people will, or biggest time out of the week where people will start their journey when it comes to just a physical journey and everything. And a lot of times, most people won't make it through the week, and that'll be it. And they'll be like, well, it wasn't for me. I'll try again next Monday. And we always put these timestamps on when we're going to start something. And that's literally the worst thing that you can do, because most of the time, there's never going to be a perfect time to start. If we really take some time to think about it, we're always like, I will start on my birthday. I'll start at the new year. I'll start at this day, maybe this time, whatever it is. We always put those timestamps on when we're going to get going with something. And it's just a bad way to do it, when in reality, there's nothing holding us back from starting right now. What typically holds us back from starting something right now, specifically a fitness journey, it's just the fact that we're in our minds, we're thinking that we have to do some stuff that's big and grand and really a whole bunch of different stuff just to get started on our fitness journey right now. When in reality, you don't have to wait till Monday to start. Just get started right now. Now, how do you do that? And how do you make sure that you keep it going and stop restarting if you mess up a little bit? The first thing that you really have to focus on if you're going to make a fitness journey stick, and this is also true for anything else in life, if you're going to get better at a skill set or make anything else stick, the number one thing is, well, if you mess up, don't view it as failure. That's the biggest thing you have to really get in your mind, that if you fall a little bit short, if you don't meet your expectation you've set from yourself, it doesn't mean that there's failure. The only thing that's going to cause failure is if you completely stop. When in reality, if most people kept working towards the things that they want in life, they would accomplish them. Now, I'm talking in this case about a fitness journey, but all of this stuff applies to life as well. So, when it comes to this, don't view one single mess up as you just screwed up, everything's lost, all progress is lost. That's just not true. That's not true for anything. If you look at your career that you're in right now, well, how many times maybe have you messed up? Um, and Sorry, I just got cracked up by the sunglasses comment. So, uh, Aiden, is that how you say your name? Hopefully I said that correctly. I grew up in Mississippi, so I don't say a lot of stuff correctly. But I usually don't wear sunglasses. Why it looks like I've been wearing sunglasses is because I have rosacea, so it puts like literally a perfect ring right around. Like for some reason, like the rosacea doesn't dip up into my eyes, which I'm good with, because rosacea, if it gets up in your eyes, it freaking sucks. But rosacea, it's an autoimmune disorder. There's really not a cure for it. There's things that can help it, but there's really not a cure for it. So that's why I call it raccoon eyes. So I have raccoon eyes. That's what I call it. And me and my friends, we typically make jokes about it. So I'm sorry. I guess that's what you're referring to. If it is not, please let me know. I couldn't help but crack up at it. It's pretty funny. But when it comes to that, um, to a cop stream. No, you didn't. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Thanks for the laugh today. That was freaking awesome. But when it comes to staying consistent along a fitness journey, though, uh, you really you really have to just not view one single mess up as a failure. The thing I was going to make an analogy to before Aiden cracked me up, um, is the sheriff. But is if you look at your careers, I mean, there's probably times where you messed up in your job to some degree, but well, you didn't automatically get fired, or hopefully you didn't. Sometimes, like maybe that is true, but you didn't just completely view it as, oh well, I suck, I should just quit and go get another job. Maybe at some, like, depending on the gravity of the situation, maybe you might have viewed it that way, but you kept going. So it's the same thing with the fitness journey. Is you have to not view it as a complete failure if you mess up a little bit. For example, the biggest thing that I see most people do is, like, especially when they're getting started, if they have a bad day of eating, or if they eat one thing that's off plan, in their minds, and sometimes they say, I completely screwed up, this isn't worth it, I'm just not going to be able to see the success that I want. And that's just not true. That's not true by any means. That's just not how it works. One day will not completely destroy all of your results. Now, multiple days in a row of you doing things will, but one day won't. One meal won't. So why beat yourself up about it? So if you're gonna stop restarting on Mondays, when in reality you shouldn't set a timeline on when you're going to start a journey, especially a fitness journey, well, don't view every single mess up as failure. Second thing that I'll say, when it comes to if you're going to make sure to stay consistent with a fitness journey, is you really have to make sure that either you find a good coach or find someone that's going to hold you accountable. And again, when I say accountable, maybe it's just someone that has been in the gym longer than you, and they they can actually help you be consistent with working out. Because I know for me, I was fortunate enough to, when I was growing up in Mississippi, I built my own gym in our barn. Wasn't a lot, but I had a little bit. And if I would have had someone there that was a little more disciplined than me, well, I'm a lot more likely to let myself down than I am the other person down. And that's true for all of us. We're a lot more likely to let ourselves down. But when we know that someone else is in it with us and they're there for us, typically we don't want to let that other person down. So if you're going to be consistent, either find a good coach or find someone that's more disciplined than you, that's been in fitness longer than you, and work out with them consistently, meet them at the gym, whatever it is. That's going to be one of the biggest things that's going to really set you up for success if you're going to stay consistent with it. Um, yeah, like, great point, Raquel. Hopefully I said your name right. So with that, yeah, with that, your friend, going and you working out after school, that's great. That's how it should go. And most of the time, if we look at the people that are in the gym, usually we don't end up talking to them or building relationships in the gym because sometimes it's intimidating. Most of the time, people don't talk to each other inside the gym. But then as you get into it, and as you get to know more people, you see most people are pretty freaking cool, and that's a good thing. So with that, find someone that'll maybe convince you to go and work out, or that is just that you tell, hey, I'm going to show up. You're there at this time. Is it cool if I work in with you or work out with you, whatever it is? If you do that, then that'll help out a lot. So don't view every mess up as failure. Find someone that's more disciplined than you. That's the other thing. Then third thing, these are just some basic things that you need to have checked off. Number one, make sure that you pick a good workout program to follow. And this was really hard for me out of the gate when I first started, because typically I'd get a lot of programs from bodybuilding.com, which those worked honestly, and it gave me something to follow, and they were pretty simple for the most part. And most of the time, you don't need to get caught up in, well, do I have the right program? Is it going to set me up for success? Unless you're like an athlete or something like that, you don't really have to stress out about the program. It's more about getting in, and whatever program you're deciding to follow, put in really, really good effort with that program. Because if you do that, well, then you're going to start seeing results. Usually, where a lot of people will get a little messed up is if, when they're going to work out, well, they have a program. Let's say it on for today, since it's Monday, most people do International Chest Day. So let's say you're working out chest today, and you're bench pressing, and it's calling for 3 sets of 8. Well, a lot of people will do 3 sets of 8, and the weight that they pick doesn't really challenge them. And the weight that you have to pick a good weight that's going to challenge you, but not make it where you have bad form. For example, that eighth rep, if you're bench pressing, it shouldn't just look like that. I mean, it should be a little bit of a grind. I mean, you should be, really pushing it 3, 4, 5 seconds maybe to get to the top of that rep. That's roughly about when you got a good challenging weight. Now, should it maybe take longer at times? But if you're really struggling, let's say you're struggling for 10 seconds with a weight, hopefully you got a spotter. But most people just don't challenge themselves with the weights that they actually are lifting. So don't get too caught up in, oh, well, is this program going to give me results? It probably will if you put in the effort, if you actually follow it like it's supposed to be set up, and have someone there as well with you, maybe that will push you. If you don't have that, that's okay. That you just have to learn as you go. But that's one of the big things that you really have to do, is the effort piece. So if you're looking at making sure you're staying consistent with the fitness journey, don't view every single mess up as failure. Keep going. That's very important. Either get a coach or find someone that's more disciplined than you, that's been in fitness longer, that you know is going to be at the gym, and work out with them. Third and final thing that I'm going to give you all is, make sure you have a really good program that you can follow. Because if you do that, well, then at least you have something to come back to over and over and over again. And it's not going to be perfect out of the gate. If you're just getting going on your journey, you're going to have a lot of ups and downs. Believe me, I've been working out probably for about 7 years, really, really religiously. And I still have ups and downs. There's still times that I kind of screw up to a degree and don't do well. So that's just life. Just roll with it, do the best you can, move on with it. That's going to be the best thing. If you can do those 3 things consistently, it'll set you up for a lot of success. If I'm going to toss in an additional point, it would just be, find it, like, actually track your food. Just track your food. Learn how to track your food. That's one of the best things that helped me out along my journey. Helped me lean down, see abs, just get in better shape, is learning how to track food. So don't skip out on that. Make sure you really, really work at that, and do that consistently. But seriously, if y'all have questions, anything related to fitness, drop them in the comments. Please let me know about them. I am more than happy to help you out. Literally anything. If you need help with setting calories, finding a good workout program, whatever it is, I will do it. And I don't charge for it. Just FYI, I do stuff completely for free. So I started this channel because I wanted to put out information that would set people up along their journey, because a lot of people don't have someone that they can go to that will give them the advice that they need to be successful along the journey without having to pay them. Not that there's anything wrong with that. There's a lot of good coaches out there. That obviously you should pay for them because they've been in the business for a while. But this is something I want to do to give back, because I wish I would have found something like this early on in my journey. So I want to continue to do it and grow it and impact as many people as I can. But hope you all have a great Monday. Again, make it a good week. If I can help y'all, please let me know. I'll see y'all next time.